It's Lady Scorpio at the crossroads. Yes, I know. You guys know. Phew, I'm like super exhausted, tired as could be. Anyways, I'm gonna redo a video I did earlier. So, and again, always my name, Lady Scorpio at the crossroads. Oops, I hit my horn. Lady Scorpio at the crossroads. That name I come up with in meditation, and when I picked it and chose it, nobody had that name at the time. So I'm still working on a way to get all my stuff together. So hopefully next payday or the following, I'll have it all together and cleared up. But anyways, I want to talk about briefly that every reading I do can be different for every home. I get notices in my mind or information in my mind. For example, somebody called me about a situation. I said, hey, by the way, this other relative who lives like, 1,000 miles away, tell them to, paint their red wall, burgundy wall, or whatever dark colored wall they have, paint it a lighter color, something that'll bring light in, a cream colored marshmallow, not a harsh bright white, but something that's a little bit toned down. Like try to stay away from that red, and plant sunflower seeds, because that will mess with the flow of energy that has all this bad on it. And you bring the birds and the animals in, and the birds eat insects, and it just they're carriers of good things for us. So anyways, every reading I do is different, and sometimes with my videos I may not say it. I'd have to go back and really review and see, but sometimes when I do things, it's for a specific location. You should always get a reading before you go to a home. Before you purchase a home, you should always get a reading if you have really strange things that start like 6 months after you get there. You realize later that it's there, but you didn't before. We all make mistakes. So anyways, and I would do more than one person and try to get your cheapest deal. Seriously, because people like me, I don't always charge a whole lot, or I charge nothing. So, but no, I can't charge nothing anymore because I can't live out of my car like this. It's craziness. So anyways, I want to go over a particular home that I'm reading for, where there's a lot of activity. There's vortexes, there's gateways, there's I did like 3-part series or 4-part series. Now I just want to put it all together. So for this particular home, it's important to know these things. Sweetgrass, there's Native American attached to it. I would sweetgrass, plus the people there also have Native American background with it. My main spirit guide is Native American, though people are like, what? And then I have some Native Americans mad. I'm like, whatever, dude. I don't have to be like you. We all have our special, unique paths, and yep, I'm the weirdo on the corner, or maybe I'm the cat down the road. I don't know. Anyways, so bad. Anyways, I would suggest these things, like the sweetgrass, sage, Santapalo that cleanses at your home. Dragon's blood mixed with it, or even just dragon's blood, are great cleansers. I highly recommend that, number one. The other thing is, after you sage, sweetgrass, Santapalo, your home, you're outside of your home, I would recommend putting up, what is it called? The dragon's blood incense, yes, around your home, praying, chanting, enchanting, whatever you need to do around your home in love and light, positive things, and showing homage or honor to those that have died there before, to those that were buried there before, and then the land was bulldozed over. We're running out of property to be able to do that with, but there's big consequences with that. Big consequences, and it's not superstition if you live in Italy. So anyways, you sage, sweetgrass, Santapalo, inside, outside. When I start on the inside, I light a candle. Sage, sweetgrass, light the candle's energy that brings it in. The scent, the odor brings in the good things. Then on the outside, not so much candles, because it's windy. You don't want to set the place on fire. Make sure you have fireproof safety going on in your home. I used to use, I don't have it anymore, but I don't do this as often. I used to have a cast iron crock pot, and I put my candles inside of it. You can also use a small cauldron. Yes, I said it, a small cauldron, or even a small pan. Just make sure the sides are high enough that candle stays within there. No, not near anything flammable. On the outside of your home, you put your stuff out, your incense. I would recommend building an altar at this particular location, a medicine wheel. You're honoring or paying homage to somebody or something that deserves attention. It's not necessarily to say I'm sorry. It's just to say, man, this happened. That was really like not cool what these people did to another human being, period. So pay homage to them when you give them things, especially with like the medicine wheel, when you give out fruits and things like that and you spend time in meditation, it shows that you're wanting to make the world a better place. And this is what happens when you have a massacre at a location. The energy, it just creates these horrible energies. In Italy, if a house is burned, you can't even rebuild over it. If it burns, it's done. You cannot rebuild over that land. It is gone. You just can't. And there's reasons for that, which I understand. So anyways, you have your incense, you have your candles. Next is crystals. I would recommend saging your crystals. Get your Judy Bible or Judy Hall Bible, Crystal Bible out. Find out how you cleanse that item. I would put Apache tears out. I would put clear quartz out. I would put amethyst out. I would make sure they're all cleansed, and you say whatever prayers or whatever enchantments you want over that, so that you know when you say, hey, I want you, selenite, to watch over me. I want you to be a beacon, like a lighthouse in the storm and in the calm, for others, other angels to see you, angels of the light to see you and have you come and help calm this area. Because their presence, when you draw it to you, is going to calm everything. Well, not everything, but it should calm a lot. So you put those things out. You ask the amethyst for certain things to help heal, to help emotional balance. You can put, here's a listing of crystals I recommend. Amethyst, rose quartz, lepiodite. What else is there? Apache tears. The different quartzes: clear quartz, smoky quartz, 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 quartz. Very, very good stones. Selenite. Citrine. Citrine, some people don't know. I've read a lot of books with the citrine, or a lot of books that mention it, and they always talk about these other things that they do. But citrine is a stone that shamans use. They actually attach the pointed ones to like a copper tubing that they hand make and pray over, and they use that as a source of energy to connect with the divine. Now, if you're evil, I'm sorry, I believe in evil. If you're evil, flat up an asshole, and you think that you want to be mayor, because you're so sick of this other person, but you're actually sick of the other person because you're jealous of them. You're not sick because they're repressing mass amounts of people, right? And you want to be them. No, it just won't work like that. It just doesn't, because it has to. It doesn't. So, and I'm one of those. I do believe that God's law, the universal law, that it sees over all of that. It's not like what some people think. So, I believe that God designed this universe so that being united with each other is what gives you the most power. And if you're not in alignment with the light, that's just not going to happen. You're not going to win. You're not going to win any end battles, whatever you want to call it, okay? I don't see Armageddon the same as others do, but that's not for this video. So, and anyways, everything's based upon what I've experienced and what I know, and I've gone pretty damn deep and dark. And unless you've been there, just don't have time for it. So anyways, what am I trying to say here? So anyways, that's what I recommend. And I recommend in each one of the rooms to put these crystals in the windowsills to help out with the sun. Now, amethyst will change colors in the sunlight. I'm like, who cares? It's the stone itself that makes it what it is. But, you know, I guess maybe it's for identification purposes. I mean, you don't have to. But I would definitely keep them in there. Don't want to put them in the closet or under the bed or some weird place where it's not going to recharge, or where you don't see it, so that you know that it's there and it's drawing in the powers of it. Everything that was made on this planet was made for a solid reason, not for baloney. It was made for a good reason, and has a purpose. I guess that's what I really want to say. It was made with a purpose, not to be thrown away. So... and for this particular home, every month I would do something. Every week, actually, I would take whatever is left over, whatever's not ate, as far as like fruits, vegetables, that type of stuff. Not meat. I would say fruit, and unless your intuition tells you to do that, I would not do that. I would do like an apple. I would take a small apple and put it out on the altar outside the home. I would actually put the altar like right out the back door, so many feet out or so many yards out, you know, like not even a third of a football field, so that you can walk whenever you need to there any time of day to pay homage. And this particular house that I'm working on, there is so much stuff there that has gone on that is so bad. It is just awful. And everything has to come together in alignment. It just has to. And it's pegging on a whole lot of stuff. And honestly, it's the way it has to be. I'm trying my best to overcome whatever bullshit's happened with it from the past. So you just gotta work on it and get it done. Cleanse it out. Put your shields up. Okay, so anytime you cleanse an area, you have to put your force field back up. That's what I consider the selenite for. Maybe perhaps the Apache tears, because that shows honor to your Native American spirits that are there, and or your Native American ancestry yourself. And I believe we all have lives, and I believe it's in the Bible, but people don't read it the right way. But I believe that we all have this thing that goes on with the what do you call it, with the that it helps protect the home in kind of a way, because it brings in a new source to you. Those Native Americans are going to try to make even more sure that it's okay, because you're recognizing them as your family. You're recognizing your heritage. And in this particular area, there were so many different Native Americans. Oh my gosh, there was like Cree, maybe some Shawnee, Cherokee, most definitely. There was a whole bunch of different tribes that lived in this area. So they were very united. So I would say do all of that together. Get that all done up, you know, and let it be. Yeah. Oh God, I'm so tired. Oh, sorry everybody. But yeah, that's my recommendation for this particular house. Some people may not need that much to be there. Maybe not. It's just the way it is. Sorry, I'm always moving my phone around. I'm always wiggling with it. Sorry, guys. But yeah, most definitely I would put all those things there and pay that homage. And now on this particular property, myself and others, people who live there, have seen the dark cloaked figure. I don't know what it is. It's not a soul thief. It's something else that's a little bit more than that. It's pretty powerful, and it'll talk to you if it knows you can hear it. Because I know it's tried to do that to me. Oh, just say this. Oh, just do. No, I ain't got time for that shit. I'll just be like, go to hell away. Just go away. I know your games. Just get away from me. So, but it doesn't. It talks to people and does other things. People in the home have told me that they have felt themselves, their hair being pulled and jerked and things like that. That is a malevolent spirit, okay? And then also too, a lot of people have died in this area. A lot. I mean, there's always accidents. It's just, I so want to just go there and just film all over this area so that I can show other people. And one day I'm hoping to do it soon. You know, the next few seasons, hopefully, go and do that. But in the meantime, I'm here in this town, so I've got to find some stuff here in this town to go look at and see and do my thing with. Especially if I can find something that's open. I got to find some real nature walks, which has really been a pain here. It's just so overpopulated. It's built on a swamp. It's just not my cup of tea. But anyways, guys, but that's my recommendation. Your incense, your candles, then your crystals, your continual prayer work, your continual homage. Oh, you can also, with that, not just on the outside having your medicine wheel, have inside, you know, your pictures, your things like that. Have that stuff available. And if you have to, because you're dealing with animals, you can also get a small piece of board, driftwood, whatever, paint it, make it look cool, put it up real high if you have to from animals, and put it there, as long as some light's coming in near it so it recharges. or you could just get like a little blocks, like an what do they call them, like those little plant atriums, the real small ones. If you don't have a very big windowsill ledge, you can put that in there, put your crystals in there, and that would be fine. You know, that would be absolutely fine. You could also sprinkle, if you do that, you could also sprinkle a little bit of like your sweetgrass in there. You know, cut a few pieces off and put a few sticks in there. It won't ever hurt. Oh, and another good crystal to have is bloodstone. Bloodstone helps, and it's because it's actually, it's like, they're different colors, but the red is like really looking blood, like the dragon's blood. It's not from an animal, it's a plant, because it really has that deep look. There's a whole bunch of plants. Some of the plants are named after Jesus and things like that. But anyways, that helps cleanses crystals too. That's a good one to have. So I put maybe my crystals inside like that little thing, but it has to be where it's open, where you got light coming in, whether it's the moonlight or the sunlight. And maybe once a month take them out, and if Judy Hall's Bible says sage them, or don't do anything to them because they cleanse themselves and others. Carnelian's another good one to have. There's hundreds of them. I mean, hundreds of stones you could get. Turquoise, you wear turquoise. Wear turquoise. That's another thing with this area. Wear your turquoise. And I purchased for them the little evil hand stop, because this stuff all goes back to ancient symbols. That could be put there. The symbol from Saint Benedict could go there as well. And there's also a Solomon's key that can also do that. So one day I think I'm going to get those two tattooed on me. Just be careful what you got tattooed on you. But anyways, enough of that. So yeah, your incense, your candles, anointed. Oh, and then my other videos I talk about that. Anointing them. Anoint them with your oil. Your Archangel Michael, Saint Benedict, whatever you want to do that's something powerful to you. I might look at making an oil that's geared towards honoring Native American, my Native American heritage, which I have quite a bit, but people don't see it because they just look at my features and my skin. They don't see my soul. They don't see my aura field. They don't read my guides unless they have it. And I've had people stop dead center and say, holy shit, holy crap, you have everything open. So, but anyway, so your candles with your oil on it, your crystals, and then your weekly, monthly things that you do just to keep it open, keep it cleansed. Your dragon's blood incense, your frankincense myrrh, your cloves, tangerine, cinnamon incense, burn those. You burn those all outside the home, and that will work wonderfuls. Most definitely plant marigolds. Plants is another good thing. Herb gardens and like calendula, which is marigolds, that helps out any spirits that may have died nearby. It helps soothe their soul so they can think straight, because we're energy. This body